Hello again. My name is John Hayden, and this week we are going to have video number 8 in our weekly encouragement series. This week's excerpt is titled Absolute Happiness and Relative Happiness, and we're switching books. We're switching over to The Wisdom for Creating Happiness and Peace with Daisaku Ikeda. So let's switch over to the material now. Absolute happiness and relative happiness. The founding Soka Gakkai President, Tsunesaburo Makiguchi, said, quote, "The purpose of life is to create supreme value and attain the greatest possible happiness," end quote. President Toda said, quote, "Absolute happiness means being alive itself is a joy." In this selection, based on those insights, President Ikeda underscores that the SGI is an organization dedicated to helping people attain the greatest possible happiness, absolute happiness. What is the purpose in life? It is happiness. The goal of Buddhism and of faith, too, is to become happy. Nichiren writes, there is no true happiness for human beings other than chanting Nam-myoho-renge-kyo. The Lotus Sutra reads, where living beings enjoy themselves at ease. Enjoy themselves at ease here means being freely able to live the kind of life one desires and wholeheartedly enjoying that life. If you possess a strong life force, and just so that you know, life force is a way to describe it would be the irrepressible will to thrive. Will to thrive. Um, and abundant wisdom, is possible to enjoy the challenge of overcoming life's hardships, much in the same way that waves make surfing exhilarating and steep mountains give mountaineering its appeal. Because of the mystic law is the source of the life force and wisdom for overcoming life's difficulties. Nichiren Daishonin states that there is no greater happiness than chanting Nam-myoho-renge-kyo. Now, reality is harsh. Please courageously challenge the stern realities of life and win again. In everything in daily life, work, school, and family relations. The teachings of Buddhism and our practice of faith are the driving force for unlimited improvement. Where people possess wisdom and life force derived from the Buddhist practice, they can move everything in a brighter, more positive, and more encouraging direction. Wise, genuine practitioners of Nichiren Buddhism can enter into a winning rhythm in actuality, not just in theory. President Toda gave the following guidance on happiness. I would like to say a few words about happiness. There are two kinds of happiness: absolute happiness and relative happiness. Absolute happiness is attaining Buddhahood. Relative happiness means that your everyday wishes are fulfilled, one by one, for instance, to have $1 million, a wonderful spouse, fine children, a nice house or clothes, and so on. Such happiness is not of great consequence, yet everyone is convinced that this is what being happy is all about. What then is absolute happiness? Absolute happiness means that being alive and here itself is a joy. It also implies a state where one is free of financial worries and enjoys adequate good health, where there is peace and harmony in one's family and one's business prospers, and where all that one sees and hears brings one a wonderful sense of pleasure and joy. When we achieve such a state of life, this world, the strife-hidden Saha world, will itself become a pure land. This is what we call attaining the state of Buddhahood. How can we achieve this? We must shift from the pursuit of relative happiness to that of absolute happiness. Only our practice of Nichiren Buddhism can make this happen. I am working furiously to spread this with others so that you will have utter confidence in my words and lead such lives of absolute happiness. President Makaguchi once said, there are some people who go around saying, I've saved the money I wanted, bought the house I wanted, so now I can sit back, enjoy a drink, and indulge in a few luxuries. What more can I want in life than that? This kind of person has no understanding of the true purpose of life. On this point, Mr. Makaguchi clearly stated, the purpose of life is to create supreme value and attain the greatest happiness. The name Soka Gakkai, literally translated, means Value Creation Society, means in an organization whose members are committed to creating supreme value and attaining the greatest happiness. The purpose of life is to realize this kind of happiness. In other words, absolute happiness. Absolute happiness is something that doesn't change with time. It is eternal and unaffected by external factors, welling forth from the depths of one's life. It is not transitory thing like worldly status or fortune or some other fleeting satisfaction. What matters is living in accord with the law and attaining an elevated state of life based on the law. The state of life we attain, like the law itself, is eternal. As practitioners of Nichiren Buddhism, we can make our way as champions of life throughout eternity. Many people say that happiness is just a state of mind, and if you think that you're happy, if you just think that you're happy, you will be, even if you're suffering from illness or poverty. But it's but if it's just something that you're telling yourself without actually feeling any real sense of happiness in the depths of your being, then it is ultimately meaningless. Every day, I am earnestly praying that you may enjoy comfortable lives, good health, and longevity, and I will continue to pray wholeheartedly for this as long as I live. It is my ardent wish that each of you will fulfill all your heart's desires so that in you can declare in your closing days, quote, my life has been a happy one. I have no regrets. It's been a satisfying life. This was from a speech delivered at Rio de Janeiro General Meeting in Rio de Janeiro Culture Center in Brazil on February 13th, 1993. Thank you very much and have a great day.